Okay, so today we're talking about who the top leaders in steroid production are and uh, top leaders in steroid use, what the possible alternatives to anabolic steroids are, and what, some examples of anabolic steroids would be.
Yep.
So I guess we can start off with, top leaders in steroid production.
Mm-hmm.
So I have Pfizer, really? Okay. I didn't know Pfizer was steroid producer, but okay. Interesting. Anyways, what do you guys have?
I had trouble finding like actual companies who produce them, but I eventually found like a small list. They're called like Patheon Pharma Manufacturing Exalead and like Gemma Farm or something like that. They all sound like the people who are producing them are pharmaceutical companies, like
Hmm.
kind of on a massive scale.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it does make sense that they're pharmaceutical, but I don't know where my brain is right now.
Yeah. At
And
first,
I don't
I
know.
kind of had
do they
trouble.
oh sorry, do they produce like both types of steroids?
I just looked up anabolic steroids. I'm not sure
Oh,
they,
okay.
they could, but
Okay.
not sure. Could look in more.
And it
Yeah.
manufactures them in like different types of anabolic steroids, like different
Hmm.
forms. That's what I meant.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. There's like there wasn't that much what I looked up. I couldn't find much
hmm
of that.
So then also top leaders in steroid use.
Hmm.
I found one website that I only recognize one name,
Hmm.
and they were like honorable mention Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yep. And they've got a picture of him being really buff. Jesus Christ. And then there's like a list of like top 10.
Mhm.
Like none of them I would ever know.
Mm.
Let's see. So, uh, Floyd Landis, Roger Clemens, Mark McGuire, Raphael Paul Miro, I think. Palmeiro. Miro, I don't know.
Bro. Hmm.
Chris Benoit, Marion Jones. Okay, Marion Jones, Ben Johnson, Alex Rodriguez, Jose Canseco, and then Barry Bonds. I have no idea who
Hmm.
any of those people are.
I've never heard of any of them either.
Yeah, I mean, what is the website called?
Bleacher Report. Don't ask me. I just clicked on the first thing that was there. It's just a list of 10 names, you know. Yeah, Fame's head.
Yeah, I've seen
Lance
it.
Armstrong. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. I
Really?
saw a video once where like there have been bodybuilders who've died because they've like they went over the edge. They either took too many steroids and they couldn't handle it, or they like were exercising way too hard
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
and they had like heart issues and died.
Hmm.
Yeah. Did they die like at a young age or did they die later on?
Yeah, yeah, I think like majority were I would be guessing they'd be like in their 30s or 40s,
Okay.
which is pretty young.
So like a couple of years after they use steroids.
Yeah,
Hmm.
probably. Because I mean, like, the reason older people don't really compete in the Olympics, for example, is because the body is not in peak condition. So,
Hmm.
I mean, it kind of makes sense that when you start to get to that age, that it would just be harder for your body.
Hmm.
hmm
But I was looking here, the sport that uses steroids the most. Can you guys guess at what it is?
Uh, weightlifting, I'm
Nope.
guessing.
Football,
Nope.
cycling.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, Not only does it have the highest average level of doping findings in the Olympics, but also the sport has a track record of athletes following up vehement denials with tell-all confessions, whatever. Anyways,
Wow.
yeah.
That's crazy. I wonder why. Because for me, anabolic steroids is more like strength, and cycling is more like endurance. So maybe it's another type of like enhancement drug.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, yeah. Yeah. Okay, then we can go to alternatives for anabolic steroids.
Well, before we move on, I was gonna ask, do you
Yeah.
guys know which country uses like the most steroids? I'm guessing it's US, but what do you?
Probably.
Yeah, I haven't looked into that.
Let's see.
I was looking into
Which
that,
country?
and it said like Brazil is a country
Oh.
that uses a lot of steroids. And so I found that surprising. But I'm guessing it's also the US because I don't know, kind of makes sense, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, this thing's not helping me.
Yeah, we can look into that later.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Are we ready to move on to the next question?
Yeah.
I am.
Cool.
Yeah.
Alternatives to anabolic steroids. Should we do alternatives or examples first?
When you say alternatives, do you mean like different types of enhancement drugs or different types of medications? Because
So one thing here
people
on the alternatives things is testogen, best supplement for testosterone boost.
mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I guess like alternatives to just straight up. I don't know what the difference is.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking
Last
like
one.
alternatives, like less risky,
Oh
like
yeah.
alternatives, and they're like legal. Like I came up with this thing called creatine, which is a supplement, and it's an organic compound, like an amino acid,
Uh-huh.
and you can get creatine naturally through like red and white meats and seafood,
Uh-huh.
but you but like trying to get creatine naturally from those foods is
It's
you
hard.
don't get as much volume as if you were taking it synthetically. They come in
Uh-huh.
like bottles, and it's like I think it's powder. And
Yeah.
so yeah, your body like stores creatine in your muscles where it's used for energy,
Mm-hmm.
and its benefits are like increased strength and muscle size, performance, injury prevention, and like maybe cognition and brain health. That's like some of these benefits haven't been proven yet, but yeah, those are I know that creatine is like a really popular product that people use because it's safe
Mm-hmm.
way safer than steroids, and it's you can get it like anywhere. It's not illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm seeing that on medical news today. It's funny. Several studies have found that using creatine for 5 to 7 days can significantly increase strength, power, work involving multiple sets of maximal effort muscle contractions, sprinting, and soccer performance. You have to put soccer performance in there, really? Okay, sure, why not?
It's like its own thing.
Of anything, soccer. Okay, sure.
hmm And then
There,
another
yeah, there's some other
name
names that I cannot pronounce.
there isn't.
I know they're pretty long.
Ashwagandha. I think I got that. Rejuvenation. Okay. Weird.
And then another thing I found was like protein powder. I'm sure y'all have heard of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
like basically I think it's synthetic, or I don't know how they make it, but protein is like essential for like building your muscles, keeping them, like maintaining them. And people actually like replace meals with like stuff they mix with the protein powder,
Yeah,
like
like protein
shakes and stuff
powder
like that.
shakes or whatever.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, I guess like the more natural forms of like just plants or milk or eggs or like foods that have contain a lot of protein is
Yeah.
more like the natural way of
hmm
instead of using anabolic steroids,
hmm
Yeah.
But I think like the creatine and protein powder, they give you like way more of this protein and like muscle building
Uh-huh.
substances than just eating those
Yeah.
foods. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I have a friend who he only eats plants. He's a
Mm.
vegetarian.
Mm.
No, he's a vegan. Sorry. And he's pretty strong. You know, he goes to the gym and he's pretty fit. So I know that there's a lot of bodybuilders out there that only have a plant-based food and they're successful. So
Mm-hmm. Yep.
it's kind of crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's definitely more helpful and beneficial ways of using protein to,
Yeah.
get big.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so for the next one, examples of anabolic steroids. So, let's see.
Like different types of medications of
Yeah.
anabolic steroids.
Yeah, I found kind of a big list of like the chemical names. Well, not the chemical names, but yeah, like for corticosteroids, we have cortisone, prednisone, and stuff
Yeah.
like that. What was that called again? Generic name?
Yeah, the generic name.
Yeah, I found like 9 anabolic steroids.
Uh-huh.
I found 10. I found 10 I found 5 oral ones and
Uh-huh.
then 6 injectable ones
Okay.
they're all different but they're all anabolic steroids.
Yeah. And does it say what they're used for? Like why they're beneficial?
No, it just says that they're the most commonly misused ones.
Oh,
Like,
I see, I
Hmm.
see.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I feel like anabolic steroids aren't necessarily super bad. It's just like the way that people use them. And
Mhm.
even with all the information that we have today, it would be really hard to know for sure if they're bad because the athletes that use them today use them in so like many different ways. And it's like it's hard to know what the outcome is because there's a whole bunch of different outcomes, you know? Like some athletes use them, inject their muscles really quick, and then others just wait, you know? So there's like a lot of different scenarios, and it's hard to guess if they're for sure bad, you know? You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. That would be cool though. Like, not that I'd want to do it, but if someone else, so I don't have to do that. But if someone else like did a study on this, a whole bunch of people, I don't know, volunteered or whatever, who cares, but
Mm-hmm.
did a study on this and like every person was given steroids in the exact same way. So like if they were all injected, they were all injected the exact same way. So see what happened there. That would be pretty interesting.
Uh-huh. I'm curious, do you guys know anybody who has used steroids before?
I don't think so.
Nope, I don't. Do
Okay,
not.
yeah, me neither. I was just curious.
I
Cool.
have been like to the gym before, like with one of my friends,
Uh-huh.
and then he'll point out to me like, "Oh yeah, that guy definitely uses steroids." Like, but I can't really tell. I don't know. It's just me.
Yeah.
I can't really tell.
I
Yeah.
feel like people can assume, but they're not 100% sure,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of crazy how he can point out who uses steroids.
Yeah.
Do you use steroids more so?
No.
Well, I mean, so like, is it people who use anabolic steroids or people who just use
Anabolic
steroids
steroids.
in general?
Yeah, anabolic steroids.
Okay, yeah.
Because those are the ones that athletes use.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is there another question?
I think that's about it. Yeah. Unless one of you guys has another questions.
I can like quickly just read off the list I found
Okay.
of those misused anabolic steroids. The oral ones are called Anadrol, Anavar, Diarabol, Winstrol,
Mm-hmm.
Restinodol, and then the injectable ones are called Decadurabolin,
Yeah.
Durabolin,
Uh-huh.
Depo-testosterone, Agovirin, Retandro, and Equipoise. Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to say that your pronunciation was perfect.
It was? Okay.
Almost perfect. I remember in my pharmacy tech class, we would all try to memorize how to pronounce all the different types of medications, and it was a pain.
Mm-hmm.
But
I like wrote these down really quick, and I like can barely read them too.
yeah.
Cool.
Do you know what time we are, guys?
Yeah, we're all good.
Oh, cool.